you're homeschooling and doubting yourself, just stop. Let me reassure you, because I'm on my 3rd year and I've been doubting myself since I started, okay? Just started year 3, and it's only now clicking, and I'm only now feeling a little bit more confident. Keep in mind also, I was a teacher for 9 years before this, so even I felt very out of my league. Be homeschooled to not be doing things like school. So my daughter's in 2nd grade this year. We just started literally today. We moved to a state where they don't typically start till September after Labor Day. So like yesterday, but we started a day after that. Made quite a few videos talking about how I was a former reading teacher and my daughter hated learning reading, and that was really sad to my heart as a reader personally and professionally. And my time spent teaching her to read was just not going well. Like, she was very, very stubborn and adamant about not wanting to do it. And that made me very frustrated, and it just was like this constantly. So at the end-ish of last year, I just stopped teaching reading. Read books and read together, all of that, but there was no direct instruction. And I knew this was best because she wasn't going to have a good experience with reading and wanting to continue learning to read if, you know, it was just that negative experience all the time. But I still question myself every single day because I'm just thinking, okay, all these kids in school are learning to read, whatever. She's going to be in 2nd grade next year, and like, she's still not reading at a very high level. But I was like, I'm going to trust myself, or at least pretend that I do, and try, and just keep doing what I think is right. Reminder that you know your kid best, okay? Human brains like are wired to learn, okay? But not in like this way where you're, I mean, some people, I learn well by sitting down and listening and reading. Not everybody does, definitely not my daughter. Kids are going to learn regardless, especially if they're interested. So the way that she's learning to read, I noticed the other day, like, she was reading words that I didn't teach her to read. I'm like, what the heck? You're learning to read these words? Okay, it's because she's texting her friends. There is a feature on the iPad where obviously voice to text, like just have Siri enabled if you have Apple, and they can press the little microphone and speak into it and it will text what they're saying. And then there's an accessibility feature where they can hold down a text and it will read it out loud to them. Okay, and she's been doing that, and apparently she's learning to read from that, okay? So all my agonizing over her not learning to read is done because she's learning, and it's not even the way that I taught her, right? It's just because she's interested and she's wanting to do that. She's motivated to talk to her friends, so she's doing it that way. So more of the story is, you know your kid best, okay? Even if you weren't a teacher before like me, that doesn't really matter. You know your kid best and you know how to teach them best, and just be patient, okay? Those kids in school are spending maybe 1/3 of their time actually learning, probably less. So anyway, I'll be making more videos about this and how I use ChatGPT to make a scope and sequence and get curriculum ideas. Anyway, let me know. What do you think?